The iconic IKEA store is coming to Maharashtra with its second large format store after the first one in Hyderabad. Next week will be the big opening in Navi Mumbai. Now, IKEA in India has been quite a journey, so to speak. The Swedish brand got its permissions first to start and set up in India in about 2013, and since then it's been a bit of a struggle with various rules and policies for them to set up shop. But now we're going to be seeing the second big installment and the second big store from IKEA India. The online business, of course, has already been up and running. So what is IKEA's plans for India? What do they expect out of this second store? And overall, how big a market is India going to be for IKEA? To speak on all of this and more, I'm joined today by Peter Betzel, who's the CEO and the Chief Sustainability Officer of IKEA India. Peter, it's great to have you on the channel. Thank you for speaking with us. And tell me first about this second store. Is this a special one because it's now opening in post-COVID times? And what are the learnings from the Hyderabad store that have been put into place here?
Thank you, Tamanna, for inviting me. And I think you see me, you cannot see my goosebumps, what I'm having. Being even 27 years in IKEA, I think the always most emotional moments are to open a new store in IKEA, because this is where all the efforts are coming together, the smile of our people, all the sweat and the happiness, and also for our customers, for the many people being able to join us and to see all our home furnishing competence and the inspiration and connected to our people's life at home. So it's an emotional moment, and it will happen next week, Friday. And I think to review a little bit, this is very special for us now in Mumbai for several reasons. First of all, we all know with the COVID situation that had a big impact on everybody, of many people's life, on business. We needed to close down our store in Hyderabad twice, even before some announcement from the government. Then we had a lot of restriction closing down construction. We could not be on the site. Also, when it comes to the build-up, we could not be there. But we put all our efforts together to even make the impossible possible, that we are able to open our store now next week in the doors. When it comes to India, India is for IKEA a very, very exciting market. It's from a population perspective the second biggest country in the world, and IKEA decided already 5 years ago that this will be the market where we will have a long-term commitment. So we have a long-term view on the IKEA market, and then the Indian market. The society is very exciting. It's an emerging market. It's full of vibrant. It's full of innovation coming up. It's the full diversity of the society, what we see here. And if we start with our vision, that we say we would like to create a better everyday life for the many people, we see that there is no better market today for the future than India. We strongly believe with our long-term view and our long-term commitment for India, this can be one of the top 5 countries in the future for IKEA. Because we related a bit back and said, for the many people, to look on the many people they have, which is fantastic from our vision perspective. The many people, they are living on small spaces. The many people, they are living with children or with a wider family, and the many children, they have the needs and the dreams and to organize their home and have a beautiful home. And this is part of our DNA, and there's no better place than India to make that happen. Because then when it comes to Navi Mumbai and when it comes to Mumbai in itself, what we see today, that it's one of the most dense cities in the world, so that that's an extra effort on an extra need on focus on living on small spaces to help the people find good solutions. How can I live on extra small spaces with an even bigger family, small space, even bigger family? What does that mean for me to live and create a better and more functional home? That means also living with a wider family and living with children. The majority of the people in Mumbai are also living with a wider family and with their children in that small space. And there's a big need of multifunctional, organizing, beautiful home. And the most important is the many people, especially in India and also in Mumbai, they have thin wallets but big dreams. And we are the most affordable company when it comes to home furnishing. And this is all the things coming in one table. Why we strongly believe, where we strongly believe in India and also in Mumbai.
Mr. Betzel, when you speak about furnishing small homes and helping out people with thin wallets and big dreams, I wonder what the learning has been in terms of Indian sensibility and style. IKEA's furniture has been about clean lines, the design has been very minimalistic, and traditionally Indian furniture is a completely different story. It tends to be more ornate, more bulky. Did you find yourself having to rework strategies to move to Indian tastes, or do you think over time the Indian consumers' tastes have also changed?
We are designing our range along the visits of the many people around the world in their homes. So we're looking on what are the challenges they are facing. We ask them for their needs and for their dreams, and this is happening in all markets. We also have been visiting in Mumbai 2,000 of the homes where we get all the knowledge, because we have that big interest in people's life at home. And we're overall designing our unique range for all that challenges and dreams what the people have when it comes to living on small space, when it comes to living with a family and children, and when it comes to organize your home in an affordable manner. So what we see, we have 5 principles in our range. The one means it has to be a Swedish, Scandinavian design, which is exactly what you're saying, the clear, colorful rolls. It has to be very functional and multifunctional, a lot of multifunctional solutions and furniture. It has to be on good quality. It has to be on sustainable manner, and it has to be affordable. So this fits for the many, many people around the world, and also what we see in India. We see in India, when we are arriving with our range, some people know us already because they have been living abroad, they know it from our web. But we see, when we have been opening the Hyderabad store, that huge interest and the inspiration that people are showing, oh wow, this is fantastic how I can live. Because what we are showing with our range in India is we have many homes and we have many room settings. We're showing not only single furniture, but we're saying possibilities for the people how to live in a more sustainable and more affordable and more beautiful and functional way at home. And this is the excitement what we saw in Hyderabad. We are quite sure that we will have the same excitement in Mumbai. So it doesn't matter so much about, is that now a different taste? I don't think it's a different taste. I think the design is beautiful, and the functionality and the quality and the affordability is exactly for the many people in India. What we see is sometimes a change in colors. So in India, people are tending more to the darker colors, like dark brown, while you see in Europe, for example, more the white color dominating. But these are the changes. On the other hand, what we're also doing, we have also localized products in India. So we have quite some products also which are especially made for the Indian market when it comes to cooking and eating, when it comes to lunch boxes, when it comes to other parts, when it comes to design of our textiles, for example. They are made in India, but not only made in India, but also made for the world. So also the Indian taste and the Indian design and graphics in textile goes also to the IKEA world, which is very beloved there. So I think it will fit in a fantastic way. We are adapting when it comes to the way we put the range together, the way we show our room settings, the way we show people solutions for their specific Indian or Mumbai way of living. We see that in colors, there's some tendencies. We see that people like a lot our comfort sofas and mattresses, what we have here, and bedrooms. But overall, I think people are very excited about our range, and especially how we show a fantastic way to live with our range at home.
What is the one defining aspect of the Indian customer that you have discovered over the experience from online purchases and the Hyderabad store, of course? What is the biggest need? Is it affordability? Is it more storage? Is it look? How would you define the Indian customer?
I think there are several topics in that. First of all, what we all discovered now through COVID, and if we call it after COVID or post-COVID, I think there is another there's another importance and awareness now about personal health and well-being also for the family. That is number one. So we're also supporting with our range, and we're helping with our range also a more sustainable and a more health and well-being life at home. So that's number one. This concern has been increasing. Then in total, I think what we see in India, Indian people and the Indian society, the home is very important. People love their home because it's the place, maybe even more in Europe, where the entire and the bigger family is coming together with many activities in an even smaller space. So this is something what we see that people are doing many different activities, multifunctional in different rooms, like the living room can be a dining room, is the room for breakfast. In the bedroom, the kids are doing homework, and in the kitchen, different activities with more people are happening in the kitchen, for example. So this is the whole activities which are happening with a bigger family in India, with a wider family on a smaller scale. This is specific. Even stronger specific in India. A second part is which is fantastic in the part is value for money. So people in India are looking very much for the value behind what I buy. The value contains not only that we believe that it's good quality, but it has to be a good quality in use. But the value also contains goes further, so it has to be a long-term use. It can be reused. It can be used in a different way. So the value for money, what do I get for that? In that part is very important in India. Convenience, like delivery, convenience, like can you help me to assemble? Can you help me to install? Can you even help me to plan my room?
Yeah.
This is stronger in India, and this is also where we are here, and this is fantastic now. Even due to COVID, we have been introducing even new services with remote planning, digital planning, so you can have a home furnishing consultancy on the laptop or on the smartphone. You can order personal shopper digitally, remotely, because people in India would like to have more help in planning my home, more help what could be a good idea. That is specific in India. What we also see is there's an increasing awareness about sustainability and support for society. That is also happening in India with the Indian consumer. So this maybe are the 5 dimensions which are very implemented in India. Yes. One last thing I would like to say is what I have not had before in the country.
Yes.
Is the love for food. So I think this is something, the love for food, to have it fresh, to cook together and to eat together and do that during several times of the day. I think this is I love also in India.
You know, that reminds me of the first pictures that came out after the Hyderabad store opening, where there were long queues outside. And then there were many reports that a large number of people were coming in, but most of their time and money was spent in the restaurant. So perhaps some learning from there for the Navi Mumbai store. Also, Mr. Betzel, can you share some targets with us, or any numbers at all of how the performance is expected from the second store in Maharashtra? What are the kind of targets you're setting? And also if you can add some color on what we have seen through online sales.
I think what we can see now, I said due to COVID, a lot has been changed and have been interrupted also. What we see now is the increased interest in the home. When we see people have been working from home, the school has happened at home, so people were discovering a new point of view on my home in itself. When it comes to what can I improve in functionality, what can I improve when it comes to certain areas, what you need. I explained something, to have a workplace at home, or to have a workstation at home where the kids can have their homework, and we can come together. So the interest for home furnishing in itself, while we're spending a lot of time together with the entire family, doing different activities, the interest in home and the interest to improve something in my home, that has been increasing a lot in India, but also around the world. And that also means that people starting to have interest, how can I improve my workplace? how can I improve how to cook together, how can I improve to have dinner together, how can I improve to have more functionalities like doing homework together. So we are benefiting from that. We see an increase also in sales for home furnishing. So this is we discovered in Hyderabad, for example. And then what we also discovered, due that our store has been closed and due to that we have limited visitation still, because health and well-being is still on top number one for co-workers and customers in our place, that, for example, also the online business in itself has also taken another share of the business. So we are benefiting, and we are very positive when it comes to the outlook also.
No, but Mr. Betzel, if you can share any specific numbers with us, if there are any specific numbers, if it's possible for you to share with us in terms of targets overall for the stores in Hyderabad and from Maharashtra, as well as online. Overall, what are the kind of targets you're seeing going into 2021? We have a Hyderabad, what I said before in the market, is the market where we learn and where we perform. This is the market where we see that we are benefiting a lot from the new interest in home finishing, and also people visiting us and using us online. So we are very happy with the performance what we have so far. We have been the last 2 years in Hyderabad. We had 6 million visitors to the store and some 29 million visitors online visiting us. And we don't have any specific targets now in Mumbai. The target was now we would like to open Mumbai. We are present in Mumbai already since 1 year with the online business that has been 3 to 5 times higher due to COVID than it was before. And now we're adding, this is our multi-channel approach, now we're adding a wonderful hub for home furnishing and home furnishing inspiration, and we opened that store. We would expect in the long term per year maybe 5 million visitors to the store. It's depending on a safe place to shop. What are the guidelines what we can bring in, how we use that. But we would expect 5 million visitors to the store and some 20, 30, 40 million visitors online. But we look on that part as an omni-channel, so people can visit us and meet us whenever, wherever, however they want. This is how we look on the part. So we are very positive also for the Mumbai market. It will be our first real omni-channel market, because we will add in a year from now, or less than a year from now, also 2 smaller formats in the city. So not only the big one, which we have now in Navi Mumbai with more than 50,000 square meter, we will also add 2 smaller formats in the store to be even more accessible. So that will be our first real omni-channel market, building our brand and being accessible for the people in all channels in an omni-channel environment. So we are very, very positive, but we also see we will learn and we will develop and we will adapt and we will stay agile along the consumer needs and the Mumbai market. What's next after the Navi Mumbai store? And what are the kind of timelines that you see? Which are the other cities you will look at? And will your focus be more on urban centers, on larger urban centers?
We have been deciding India as one of the most important markets for the future. We have been also deciding inside India, we are focusing first on 3 top cities. We have been opening Hyderabad, and now we have been deciding the 3 biggest cities, which is from now where we are focusing is Mumbai now, then Bangalore, and then Delhi. So we are in principle working parallel on everything. Now we're very excited to open full omnichannel Mumbai. In the meantime, we have been continuing construction in Bangalore, so we will open our Bangalore store in a year or something like that from now on. And then also we're looking for multi-channel approach in Bangalore, like with the other smaller formats and with the online format. In the same time, we're also developing our approach in the Delhi market. We are working on the site in Gurgaon, and we have other sites, and even we would like to bring in Delhi, maybe even our colleagues from the center group, so that we can work together with the shopping center and Ikea and other formats, smaller formats, and with the online part and with all online services, which is very exciting. So we're working parallel on the main markets, and we're also exploring other opportunities in other cities around India, where can we be maybe online or with other services. So this is what all we are exploring as we speak.
Mr. Betzel, has COVID-19 pandemic and the change in people's habits, perhaps more shopping online than going into stores, has that impacted your strategy in any way? Will the focus on large format stores or more physical stores be reduced going forward?
It has. What we see is what we saw is the big need of digital accessibility. Let's call it like that. So what it has been doing, we are transforming now even faster to an omnichannel approach. But that does not mean that we are moving away from our bigger formats and our store formats. What we see is that the bigger formats and our store formats will remain as the very important hub for home furnishing. A fun day out, you need to test and try your sofa. You can meet personally a coworker, you can have fantastic food, you can sleep and test and try our bedrooms and everything. You can get inspired in our market halls with all the small home furnishing accessories. You can buy immediately, or you can order it from there. So this remains, and we have been accelerating even stronger the digital approach. So that means online, to order online, but to also have online services, what I said before, like personal shopper, home furniture consultancy. And very interesting, we have been introducing in Hyderabad, and we will also do in Navi Mumbai, a service like click and collect, contactless click and collect. You order from home, and you can pick it up. You can pick it up in the store without being in the store. But the omnichannel approach is really what we see. It's not the one or the other. It's benefiting and complementing each other. So this transformation to the omnichannel approach with even more smaller formats maybe, and with the digital capabilities, that has been speeded up.
Mr. Betzel, what has been your India journey like? And I hope for a frank and candid answer from you here, because it's taken, I think, 7 to 8 years for the first big store to come up, another 2 years for the second one to come up now in Navi Mumbai. And it has not been an easy journey with quite a few changes to local sourcing norms, etc. How would you describe your India journey so far, and how is it and why is it that you're still bullish and optimistic on the Indian market?
I think the journey has been very exciting. In some cases also challenging. We know that with COVID and sometimes with the opening of stores, but a very exciting journey. And so far, a very satisfying journey. As we said before, we are not a company. We're not thinking in quarters, we are thinking in generations. And if you have that long-term commitment, then you make all yourself your plan, where you would like to be when it comes to investments. You would like to build the brand. You would be accessible, affordable for the many people in India and with the big cities. I think it has been an exciting journey. Our commitment remains even stronger with COVID and after COVID for the many people. And we strongly believe that our vision with a better everyday life for the many people in India has been the right decision, and even underlining where we are. And when it comes to our performance and also our plans for the future, even underlining we will continue in India on that exciting journey. So that is fantastic for us, and I'm really happy to see, and I'm really pleased to see that also the commitment from all our co-workers, the excitement of our consumers, and then also how we can expand in many more markets in an omnichannel approach. And also the journey when it comes to local sourcing, I think has been really great. We are sourcing here from India already since 20 years for export, mainly in textile. We have been from the beginning. We have been already after 2 years. We could increase our share already to 20%. We are sourcing 1,200 articles already from India, for India and for export. And the journey for local sourcing will also increase. So we are aiming for 30%, 40%, and midterm for 50%. But also here comes our value and the culture and our business idea in place, because we'd like to also do that in a sustainable way. So we have a high demand on our products that starts with the sourcing for raw materials. I give you the example of wood, that we would like to have only sustainable forested wood in the part. We have high demands on our partners, on the suppliers when it comes to social responsibility, when it comes to environmental responsibility, and we are building long-term commitments for our partners wherever we are sourcing as a multinational supply chain. Wherever we are sourcing, we take long-term commitments, and we have fantastic dialogues now also with the government. How can we support India and how can we support India to be even stronger when it comes to manufacturing and be a manufacturing hub for the future. There's still a way to go. It's not IKEA alone. It's not other colleagues alone where we're meeting. We're in a good dialogue with the government, with other colleagues in that part. It's a way to go, but the commitment is there, and we can support and we can help. And it remains a high priority for us to increase our local sourcing share also, because also here we believe in India.
Absolutely. Well, I look forward to seeing how the IKEA India journey continues from here on. Exciting times ahead. Thank you so much, Peter Betzel, for speaking with us today.
Thank you.